What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot Laddering. We are playing with Zacian today. This is Joe Yu's Zacian team that he was, I believe, streaming with this week. And it seemed really powerful on paper. We're combining Zacian alongside Amoongus to redirect all the hits so that Zacian can actually set up and get to pick up as many KOs as we possibly can. Notably, we aren't Behemoth Blade here, we're just Ironhead Close Combat. But we also have Howl, which is really great alongside Dragapult and, to an extent, also Ensign, just so we can do that much more with our Flare Blitz. But for the most part, we're clicking Howl next to Dragapult just to make it our Dynamax target so we can go big and really threaten our opponents that way. Rounding out the team, we have Assault Vest Tapu Koko, something I'm actually a really big fan of, and I'm interested to see how it plays in this format. We have Fairy Wind to be able to trigger a weakness policy on Moltres, so I'm interested to see if this is bulky Moltres or if that's like the tried and true method of how to trigger policy on this team. And then rounding out the team, we have Safety Goggles Ensign. I think this is actually a really good piece of technology in the current format with the return of Amoongus to popularity. Granted, Amoongus has been popular in Series 7, but I think the inclusion of Safety Goggles here not only is great against Amoongus Rage Powder, but it also means that against, like, Venudon, we can't be put to sleep. So, really excited to see how this one plays. I have yet to play a game with this. I have yet to see anything played with it. I believe Evan sent this to me and said, hey, here's a Zacian team. Here you go. Let's go play this. So we're going to jump in to the ladder and see what we can do with it. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get an actual match here. I did just play one just to get a feel of this team. It's interesting. Alright, now we're talking. This is super hard rain with Kyogre, Kingdra, Raichu, Pelipper as a second way of setting rain, Gudra, and Celesteela. This is sweet. I actually don't think Zacian's very good here. I think I'm leaning towards, I think it's Dragapult up front. I'm debating, if I want to just bring Zacian just to be able to howl. Also just clap it. So what if we do, Zacian and Amoongus with Moltres and Koko in the back? If we take care of Raichu, Koko just gets to run away with this game. So, probably going to preserve the Dynamax for Koko in the end game here. I think that's going to be the play. If I had a pen on the desk that worked, that'd be great. Yeah, Kyogre Raichu up front here. This is perfectly fine. So we can Phantom Force the Raichu and protect the Amoongus this turn. They can't fake out Dragapult, and so it's probably going to be fake out plus either a big Water Spout or Ice Beam into Amoongus this turn. Yeah, it could also just be Max Kyogre here and go for fire off a big hailstorm, but then they're changing the weather on themselves. Granted, they will have 2 more turns of Dynamax here, so not a big concern, but is something of note. Protect fires off from the Amoonguss. I don't see the Fake Out into that slot. Dragapult's going to say bye-bye. And we're going to see the Hailstorm in the Dragapult spot. Okay. That is 1 turn down. So now we can Spore this Kyogre. Raichu is going to live this hit because I'm assuming this is Sash. So it might have been correct to go for a Clear Smog into that spot just to clear the Raichu out. And then Coco can come in safely. But honestly, I think Dragapult's going to go down this turn. Going to withdraw the Raichu. That's really, really interesting. Because now this Kingdra's going to take a real big hit. Yeah, real solid damage there on that. We do see that Hailstorm. Going to go into the Amoonguss this turn. Well, we eat it up. We eat that up like Reese's Puffs. And night-night. And what's great about this is now that Kyogre's asleep, they're not going to get a... they're not going to get the weather off this turn. So we can go for Dragon Darts this turn. And we can safely bring in... We can safely bring in Coco here. Alright, well, opponent has had enough of our shenanigans. They were definitely still in this game. Just getting put to sleep there did not mean the end of the game. It was good for us because that means obviously they're going to waste their last turn in Dynamax. They're not going to be able to re-change the weather back for Kingdra to be the fastest thing on the field. So as a result, we're going to pick up the KO on the Kingdra. They're probably going to bring in Raichu because we do then have Coco on the field. But we can just like Dragon Darts plus Dazzling Gleam, and that would probably, well, Dragon Darts plus like Max Coco and go for a Starfall into the Raichu, and that would pick up the KO on it. And then from there, the game just snowballs. So I do believe we were firmly in the driver's seat of that game, but I think our opponent could have been able to claw their way back into that game had they had like 1 turn of sleep compared to, you know, the max of 3. So really interesting game overall, but I think that was a very early concession from our opponent's end. Hey, alright, Zacian Mirror. Interesting. So Zacian, Tornadus, Tyranitar, Garchomp, Dusclops, and Ensign on their side. I think I like Zacian, Amoonguss, Ensign, Dragapult here. How all in on Dragapult do I want to go? I think this is fine. I think these are the 4 I want to bring. Tornadus Ensign up front. Okay. We're going to get our attack boost. They're going to drop our attack boost. We can do this. Actually, what if we do this? And put the ensign to sleep, because I think Tornadus probably just carries like Hurricane here or Air Slash. No fake out, so just means they're gonna go for a big Flare Blitz this turn. But they do go into Zacian, so that's good for us. Alright, time for you to take a nap. And honestly, like now that Ensign's asleep, they don't threaten Dragapult here on the switch in either, so we can just go for we can go for a Howl here on the switch in. Dragapult the Arrogant. Oh, okay. I guess I won't spore you. Opponent is furiously sweating over there, I have a feeling. So now we could see a taunt into the Zacian this turn. So I think what that means is we're just going to CC. Nah, we're gonna protect this turn. And I think I want to Airstream into the Ensign. I think this is what I want to do. I hope so, because we're doing it now. Gonna protect the Zacian. Just gonna Air Slash the Dragapult. I'm really surprised not to see another taunt there, actually. Not quite enough for a KO, but really good damage regardless. I think we're just gonna go for a Behemoth Blade here. And I'm assuming we're going to be faster than Ensign. We're at +1. They're technically at ×2. This is their last turn of Tailwind. Yeah, let's take out this Tornado so they can't get another Tailwind up next turn. Tornadus is still faster, but that's kind of fine. It's kind of whatever. So something that I commented on in the intro is I did not realize that a Steel type move became Behemoth Blade. I did not realize that Iron Head would become Behemoth Blade there. So really interesting mechanics on Zacian overall. I wonder if they have theirs in the back here. But ours is going to be faster now that they don't have Tailwind. And we're at +2. So we're going to see their doggo. And we're going to see T-Tar come out. Well, T-Tar is clearly their Dynamax. So what if we just go for the Behemoth Blade there? And we fire off a Phantasm into their doggo. Yep, opponent concurs. This game is basically over. Really, really good game there from our end, if you ask me. Really good team from our opponent too. They definitely played that well. We just had had we stayed in and gone for the spore like I originally wanted to, we could have been in a pretty bad position, because then, like, I'm really surprised they didn't go for a taunt into the Zacian at any point, because I anticipated after we showed them how that they would go for the taunt into that slot as well, because otherwise we could have just continued to click Howl, and that could have been very, very bad for our opponent. But we'll take it. I'm gonna see if we can get one more in for today, and this team has been very good. I've played a handful of games off stream now, and it's been good every time. So let's see if we can get one more. All right, actually, perfect segue here. Actually get to go Series 8 into Series 8, no games in between. That's awesome. So we see Rain Palkia, which is super cool. Politoed, Palkia, Volcarona, Ferrothorn, Liepard, and Zapdos here. Well, Zacian Dragapult looks really, really powerful up front here. From there, I really like Ensign, because we need to be able to actually deal with this Ferrothorn. Because otherwise it's going to be a Ferrothorn in our side. Get it? Puns. They're great. I'm sure I'm going to get hate messages from that one. That one was really bad. I feel bad for even saying it. I don't know what I'm doing. This derailed very quickly. I think I want to round this out with, I think Coco looks really powerful here. Yeah, let's do this. So we haven't got to show off the Coco Moltres interaction in this video, but it looks very powerful on paper. There was one game that we had where I got to bring it, but I didn't max the Moltres. Instead, just got to max Coco actually in that game. It was a really interesting game. Came down to the wire for sure. I wonder if this is going to be I wonder if this is just, does Palkia get Trick Room? Because this could be copycat Liepard things. I think this is what I want to do. I'm pretty sure Palkia gets Trick Room. I know Dialga does. Yeah, this is probably going to be Max Guard plus Copycat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is fine. Like, we're not in an awful position. Now, does Howl go through Phantom Force? Nope. Okay. I wasn't sure how this would actually work. So what does Palkia do here? I think I'm going to protect and find out. Okay. I'm going to go for the Quake into that slot. Kind of regret not having Moltres right now. Okay, Chip. All things considered, that's okay. What ground move does this get? Earth Power. Okay. Well, I think Zacian is more important than... Man, having triple ground weakness here is not great for us. I mean, we could go for the double. If we get the double, we're in a really good position, but I don't think that's like reliable. I also think there's a chance they just max Wormwind into... You know, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this and see if we can get this. Because I could see a Wormwind into Dragapult this turn. Okay, so Zacian's going down here. That means Liepard is going for what? Notably, we didn't get the Howl off on Dragapult. So we are still at neutral. Now we can bring out Ensign safely here. This is Intimidate off that doesn't actually mean anything. We can go Fake Out into the Liepard. They don't have any Fairy Switch in, so we can safely go for a Wormwind into Palkia. Gonna withdraw the Palkia. That's really good for us. I'm gonna bring in their Pharaoh. Okay. Eject button? Okay. Okay. I feel like we're actually in a really okay position now, all things considered. Like, they just switched in Ferrothorn in front of my Ensign. Granted, they do have the Volcarona here to pair with it. Last turn of Trick Room. Well, I'm going to Flare Blitz this thing. They're probably going to redirect it, and that's completely fine. Actually, no. I'm going to Snarl this turn. And go for the Airstream into the Volcarona. Pick up the KO on it. They're gonna protect actually. So we could have gone for the Flare Blitz. Body press into Ensign. Eat it up. Moderate, super insignificant chip there on the Pharaoh. Break the sash on the Volcarona. That's the important part there. So this game's really interesting because we both basically have stalled out our Dynamaxes and got next to nothing off of them. So now we'll go for the Flare Blitz. We can go for the Dragon Darts. Hopefully I doubt a single Dragon Darts is enough to take out this Volcarona when it Rage Powders here. So we're probably gonna see the Rage Powder plus the Flare Blitz into that slot. I mean the Rage Powder into Dragon Darts plus Flare Blitz into that slot. We're just fine. I'm gonna withdraw actually. Okay, I can get down with this. This is fine. Real good chip there. Which means we're going to pick up the KO on the Ferrothorn this turn. Which is actually ideal. Sure, Iron Barbs, that's fine. Like, Instinct has done its job this game. We needed it to do exactly this. This is, yeah, Palkia coming back in. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's also okay to let Ensign go down here. So I'm going to go for a Snarl. And we'll go for a Dragon Darts. Dragon Darts will pick up the KO on the Lipard. Plus get some really good chip on the Palkia here. Yeah, that's great. And they're just going to set Trick Room back up. Well, that's kind of perfect. Because their last is Volk? Okay. How do I want to play this now? I'm going to go for a Snarl. And protect the Dragapult this turn. Very interesting. This game has been really great, to be 100% honest. Gonna protect on the Volcarona. So what is this? What is the Palkia doing this turn? Gonna Spatial Rend into the Dragapult. So we're gonna get the Snarl off. And as long as we connect with the Palkia, I feel really good about ourselves. Okay. So now, if they're going to go for a Spatial Rend into that slot, we can Snarl again. And we can go into Coco. Spatial Rend is Dragon, right? Alright, cool. Got him. Got him. So now they have a -2 Palkia. Sure. Support Volcarona here is really cool. I'm a big fan of that. We'll fire off a Dazzling Gleam, but honestly, I don't need Coco this game. I don't need Coco to clean this up. Yeah, not doing nearly enough there to Coco means that this D-Gleam is going to pick up the KO on the Palkia, and then it's a 2v1 versus support Volcarona. So this game is effectively over. It's been a fun match. This has been a fun team to play. I have definitely appreciated everything going on with this team. Yep, opponent concurs. That is going to be the end of that one. So, man, another really good game for another really good set of games for us. We ultimately went 5-0 today with this team. So big shout outs to Joe Yu for putting this one up for us to steal and use the rental code. So make sure you go and follow him over on I believe he just does Twitch. I don't believe he does YouTube. Nope, I lied. He's over on YouTube as well. Does he do both? I'm figuring all this out live. Yes, he does. So make sure you go and follow Joe over on his Twitch account and over on YouTube as well. So that is going to be it for us today, everyone. This has been a very entertaining set of games that we've played today, and honestly, I've really enjoyed just playing as much as we possibly can this week with all the different teams. We're probably going to continue this into next week as well. I have a feeling that the primary goal right now for Carl and myself putting out videos is playing all the restricted bonds, and then from there just refining teams and figuring stuff out. So that's going to be it for me, everyone. If you're new, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live. We should have laddering 6 days a week or something like that. So that's going to be it. Have a good one. Peace.